Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and today we're going to be doing a viewer build recommendation. It's got a bunch of things I don't normally use, so this is probably going to be tough, but probably a good deal of fun too. We'll just have to see how things work out. It will also, of course, be affected by what I find along the way, but first things first, we got to use RNG to figure out which soundtrack we're going to be using. So I've got it pulled up on my phone. We've got between 1 and 3. Let's get generating, baby. Here we go. 3, so I guess we're sticking with piano. And you know what? That is A-okay by me. Now, just in case, need that. And we're back. So let's go ahead and put together the build. And you'll see what I mean when I say there's a lot of things I don't normally use here. It's not the Venture Robe. Venture Robe I use a lot. But the Arcana, definitely. So let's go ahead and put up Flame Cross. Flame Cross is definitely a rarity. Magma Rush, not so much. I use that a lot. Tearing Whirlwind, I've found myself not liking very much in the more immediate future. I should say the present, because apparently brain. I don't have much of a brain nowadays. That would be the overall effect of putting in lots of hours at work at a job that feels like, to be fair, more of a grind than anything in this game? Nah, more of a grind than the progression system in Halo Infinite. Oh, Modern Burn! Okay, so it's probably best if we start in the, what is it, Burning Forge? Not Living Courtyard. Burning Furnaces. Alright, we'll just get that out of the way now. Alright, so I can very much see that this is going to be a run that's centered on trying to get Spice Rack to go off as much as possible. Alright, all of our Fire Arcana are definitely not going to be doing us much good in this run. So this is one time in which I would definitely welcome a... Yeah, this is one time where I would definitely welcome a change of basic. I normally don't change my basic at all when I'm doing any kind of a run, honestly. Yeah, this is a very odd cadence for this build. I, intentionally trying to... Oh, I just realized something. Alright, hold on, guys. We're gonna have to restart this run because I made a stupid... You probably figured out what it was already. You never want to start a run without grabbing some extra money from Jade. Alright, now let's try again. Okay, well now the 2 Fire Arcana come off as being very average in nature. And I am very uncertain as to which of those relics I would want to hold on to. There's a few there that I like, don't get me wrong. Alright. So, Arcane Intervention is one of those tricky Arcanas to use. It's not the initial thing that you throw out that necessarily does anything, but it warps lesser mobs away from you and teleports them into that little field of end-time damage. Now, I've got to admit, though, Tearing Whirlwind feels like it doesn't really belong on this build. This also feels like a build that doesn't really play with the Venture Robe to its fullest potential. Like, this run feels like it should be a run done with either awe or shift. Like, this is not a run that necessarily benefits from having extra power. I know when the run was shared, he said it. When I say he, I mean a non-Misfit, because this is his run. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way, even if I am seeing some things with it that are a little bit. Like, to be fair, I see what you're getting at with the Tearing Whirlwind Arcane Intervention setup, but it's a very awkward setup to get raised. And also the very straight line pattern of the basic leaves a lot to be desired in my eyes. But I mean, to be fair, it is also possible that I'm just a jerk and I'm overly criticizing the run. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not even doing enough damage to bring down Taffy at level 1 with this build. Okay, there we go. Don't know how I feel about Vacuum Seekers, but hey, it's another option to help keep enemies off of me, and considering all the damage that I've taken on this floor so far, yeah, I'd say that's probably going to be useful. Oh yeah, I am not doing well. This run was definitely not built for someone like me. Well, Dark Sage, have you considered that maybe you're just really stupid? I mean, let's be fair, I consider that every day. Okay, we are getting a lot of wind going on here. And unfortunately, very little of it is benefiting from having higher attack power. Again, this would be a much better run with a critical hit setup. Here we go. I think that'll work out. Alright, so my next goal is going to be to try to find something other than wind to use, because right now Spice Wreck is kind of being... It's very iffy when you have mostly things of the same element. God, I'm just getting my ass kicked with this build. Alright, what do we got over here? Well, I definitely like the idea of Dragon Surge. So we're gonna basically put that over Tearing Whirlwind. Again, it's nothing personal, it just kind of feels like Tearing Whirlwind is not necessarily the best part of this build. But because it's supposed to synergize with Arcane Intervention, what I'll do is I'll instead put it over the Vacuum Seekers. And again, don't take it as anything personal, I just kind of despise that. I just happen to despise Tearing Whirlwind. It gets me killed more often than not when I try to use it. And you know, for what it's worth, it doesn't synergize poorly. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Did you have any doubt that that's what I was going to do with that? Yeah, this feels like the right choice for now. And yes, if I get killed doing this run, especially right now when my health is super low, then you can go ahead and blame me and my viewers for it. Yeah, not to beat a dead horse or anything, even though I'm very good at that. But this really should have been a critically focused run. Also, Arcane Intervention is really bad. It's really bad against bosses, I've noticed. Oh, nice. So let's take that for what it's worth, but, I mean, we're doing fine so far. Alright, all the Wind Arcana will do very good here, so we'll put the Vacuum Seekers back on, even though it throws off the Spice Rack. By the way, in case you're wondering why it seems like I don't have a lot to say right now, it's mostly because I'm tired. It's nothing against anyone. It's not exactly a huge number of problems going on right now. I'm just tired. It was kind of a busy day at work. There's a lot of running around to do. I like the idea of the Cobalt Firestone. Darkseid, do you mean Cobalt Firestone? You know what? Shut up. Oh, hello, Doctor. Okay, your assistance will be highly relevant. So let me get this off my chest right away. I see exactly why you chose Tearing Whirlwind. It's just not my style. Now, Sonic Breakers, on the other hand, that's definitely my style. By the way, does Sonic Breakers count as a projectile? It does. Alright, something good to know for next time. And Arcane Intervention. So, as I feared, this is not exactly the greatest combination to use with the Paralytic Venom Stone. But Paralytic Venom Stone is doing something that I need, which is keeping a little bit of pressure off of me. Please go away. My goodness. Too much poison. Fortunately, I'm doing a good job at keeping things off my butt. Alright. so now the question becomes, am I okay with giving Dr. Song my Tearing Whirlwind? It kind of feels a little wrong of me to do that, considering what the crux of the build was, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this to give to Dr. Song. So I'm trying to be respectful of the people who give me build ideas. I can't just be like, no, I don't like that idea. Go away. Meh. Alright, well, that was not good. But the heal was useful. And I can never fault someone for that. Now, another thing I need to probably just get out there right away. I am not a fan of spells that don't have a strong effect on bosses. I might as well just grab this. Ow. Yeah, that just does nothing to bosses. Ugh. So again, you'll have to forgive me for being a little bit of a negative Nancy here, but yeah, arcane intervention is just not good against bosses, and I typically don't need a ton of health against mobs. So something that works well against bosses is definitely something that I value. Just my own personal critique at the moment. Every other enemy, I have to just lead into it. It's one of those Arcana that has a really cool concept, but because of how it works against larger enemies, it's just not reliable. I have one cursed relic, so I might be able to make use of that. Seeing the evening glows for like the millionth time. Oh yes, by all means, give me that. Since it doesn't really matter. See, Flame Cross now has a much nicer area of effect, and I can get next to that. And as you all know, some of the things that I value the most in Arcana in this game is how consistent and reliable it can be. We also now have the enhanced damage. Pardon me. Alright, where am I going? I meant to throw out the Seekers, but that works just as well. Oh, hey, there he is. Hello, Mr. Cursed Relic Man. Have anything I can use? You have two things here I can use. And I am not 100% sure if it's good for me to take the obvious choice right now. But if I did take it, I would probably give up the Tonic and the Venom Stone. Even though I like the Venom Stone, I think right now it would be better to put it towards the chest. But we'll wait and see if I get a freebie. And we did get a freebie. How nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the treasure chest, obviously. We're going to hold on to the spice rack and get rid of everything else. Here, plus 20%, not bad. I am always down for more damage. Okay, so this is a bit iffy on my behalf, I'm aware, but I'm going to take the Knockout Boulder. And yes, I know it's not upgraded, but I think it will be useful on the Earth stage. Plus, it means that Spice Rock will have a lot to work off of. Ouch. Ow. As you can probably deduce, the big problem that I'm having at the moment is just finding the right openings to use Arcane Intervention against bosses. It's just such a difficult one to use properly against bosses. I mean, against mobs, it's easy enough. But even then, not against all mobs, so it comes off as being more gimmicky than effective. Oh good, an easy room. Thank goodness I can use that. So you're probably looking at this moment in time going, why is this such a, why are you complaining so much about this Dark Sage? It looks like you're doing pretty well. And you would think, yeah, I'm doing okay, so why should I complain? The fact of the matter is I can usually be in much more control of this. I just find Arcane Intervention to be difficult to work with. It's not very good against bosses. Obviously, the gimmick is you want to use Tearing Whirlwind to pull enemies into you, and then use Arcane Intervention to send them all away. So I get the idea, I just find it to be very hard to work with. Like, even the game agrees with me that this should be a critical hit run. How much is that, 150? Yeah, might as well. Go away. Hey, there's the boulder upgrade. It's just what I needed. Though I noticed she was only willing to offer me the Tearing Whirlwind upgrade once, and if I didn't take it, oh, well, too damn bad, it's never coming back. So, I'm gonna stop complaining about the same thing time and time again. I'm sure it's getting a little old. Just that while I'm super tired, I'm also having a hard time coming up with other topics of conversation. I mean, I guess I could start with, like, so how was your day? Not that I can hear any of you respond to that question, but, you know, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I hate this fight so much. Okay. I think... Let me do that. As much as I like the dragons, I think this is probably the better choice for right now, so I can snipe fools from afar. Yay, I've got a signature charge for a signature that I don't even really care to use. Ow. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's what I thought. It just took a little bit too long to get acclimatized to having Arcane Intervention, and then once I did, severe tire damage. Take that for what it's worth, but hey, at least I tried. It's just kind of... It's just funny to me what Arcana I consider good are almost never the ones I get saddled with. That is no fault of you guys', though. That is, you probably get tired of seeing the same few Arcana all the time. But at least know that I tried. I just wasn't able to pull through on this one. But yeah, for this particular build, I would say better to go with critical hit than damage. Damage was not necessarily the consistent choice here. It just made everything a little bit harder to deal with. But that's it for right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel to keep seeing more stuff. Check out the links to my social media in the description below, including my Patreon, if you feel like supporting and being extra cool. Otherwise, just keep doing the usual YouTube song and dance. I appreciate you guys for coming to spend your free time with me, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you